So, continuing my reading through Matthew, I'm at the part where Joseph and Mary take Jesus and go to Egypt and then return back to Israel to avoid King Herod. But while I was reading, I realized what a great person Joseph was, and I wanted to spend more time on him. Joseph's name means in Hebrew, Jehovah shall add, which is interesting, as he became the adopted father of Jesus. So Mary and Joseph had not had sex yet, and Mary was pregnant. So Joseph was going to divorce her. But even in that situation, he was going to do it gently. Matthew 2:19 says, because Mary's husband Joseph was a good man, he did not want to disgrace her in public, so he planned to divorce her secretly. So even after finding out that Mary was pregnant, he still wanted to preserve her name and do it in secret, and I thought that was commemorable. So Matthew 2:20 says, while Joseph thought about these things, an angel of the Lord came to him in a dream. The angel said, Joseph, descendant of David, don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife, because the baby in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you will name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. So there's three things I noticed from this. One, an angel appeared to him in a dream. Two, the angel told him to marry Mary. And three, the angel told him to name the baby Jesus. So look how obedient Joseph was to the angel. I mean, it seems like as soon as he got up, it says he took Mary as his wife. He didn't have sexual relations with her until the birth of Jesus, and Joseph named him Jesus. So he did exactly what God told him to do, and he did it right away. So after the birth of Jesus and after the wise men had left, for the second time an angel of the Lord came to Joseph in a dream. Said, get up, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt, because Herod is starting to look for the child so he can kill him. Stay in Egypt until I tell you to return. And so Joseph got up in the middle of the night. He woke up from the dream, grabbed his family and left that same night. As soon as God told him to do it, he did it. Joseph and Mary and Jesus had been living in Egypt for, I'm not really sure, I think it was a couple years. But then an angel appeared in a dream again for the third time, and he said, get up, take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, because the people who are trying to kill the child are now dead. Joseph once again listened to the angel, and he took the child and his mother and went to Israel. But he heard that Archelaus was now king. Archelaus was one of Herod's son, and was the ruler, not the king, but a ruler over the majority of Israel at that time. So Joseph was scared of Archelaus for his son, Jesus. So he was afraid after being warned in a dream. He was warned in a dream. I don't know, it doesn't say there was an angel, but I kind of think it was, since an angel already appeared to him 3 times in a dream. He went to an area of Galilee, to a town called Nazareth, and lived there. And so what God had said through the prophecies came true. He will be called a Nazarene. The reason Joseph chose Nazareth is because they had lived there before. And also you can see from the map, the yellow part is Archelaus' reign. The orange part and the purple part are his other 2 brothers. And so Nazareth is right on the verge of that yellow and orange. See, you can see it there a little better. Nazareth is just on the other side of that yellow, out of reach of Archelaus' power. And this is Nazareth now. They said in the Bible there was a pretty insignificant town, but these days I guess it's kind of big, and here's a picture of it. Anyway, the reason why I did this on Joseph was because I was just so impressed that of the way he acted, like with finding out his wife was pregnant, listening to the angel in the dreams that he had, and doing what God wanted him to do right away without hesitation. He never asked for praise or anything. It wasn't about him at all. He only wanted to do what was right for God, for Jesus, for the baby. It wasn't even his. He stepped up to the plate as a stepdad to Jesus. He guided his family and protected them, and we owe him a lot because he was the protector of Jesus. If he hadn't listened to the angel in the first place to leave Israel because of Herod, then Jesus may have been killed with the other children that were under 2. And if he had just gone back to Bethlehem also when they came back, because that's where they lived last, instead of going further north past Jerusalem, Jesus may have been killed by Archelaus. So he's like the protector of Jesus, really. And I just wish more men these days acted like Joseph, selfless, always thinking of their family, listening to God, doing exactly what he says, no hesitation, knowing that God has the best intentions for them, protecting their family, guiding them. He was a great man.